The Second World War, a time of tanks, planes and bombs. But imagine this, millions of bats, each carrying a tiny bomb, flying silently in the night. This wasn't a horror movie, it was a real weapon designed by the United States, the bat bomb. A secret so strange it sounds like something from a comic book. The idea was simple, yet audacious. Use bats, creatures of the night, to deliver explosive payloads to the enemy. Millions of these winged warriors, each a tiny ticking time bomb, would descend upon Japan. They would roost in the wooden structures so common in Japanese cities. Then at the appointed hour, the bombs would detonate. Chaos and fire would follow. But could such a bizarre plan actually work? And who would even come up with such a thing? At Enchanted Minds, will you back in history? If you find this fascinating, make sure to subscribe to Enchant Minds for more intriguing stories from history. The mastermind behind this audacious plan was not a general or a weapons expert. He was a dentist named Dr. Lytle S. Adams. In 1939, as war raged in Europe, Adams was visiting Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. Millions of bats filled the cave, their numbers astonishing. Adams, a patriotic American, began to wonder, could these creatures be used to help his country? He knew that bats could carry many times their weight. He also knew that Japan, a nation at war with the United States, relied heavily on structures built from flammable materials like wood and paper. Adams envisioned equipping thousands of bats with tiny incendiary devices. Released near Japanese cities, these winged warriors would seek shelter in attics and eaves. At dawn, timed detonators would trigger the incendiaries, igniting a firestorm that would cripple Japan's war effort. Adams wrote to President Roosevelt outlining his plan. To his surprise, the president was intrigued. The US military, always eager for new weapons, took notice. Project X-ray, as it was known, was born. Scientists at a top-secret lab began experimenting. They faced a unique challenge. How do you weaponize a bat? Their solution was ingenious. Tiny incendiary devices, each weighing just a few grams, were designed. These devices, attached to the bats with a special glue, were timed to detonate after a short delay. The bats themselves presented a challenge. Mexican free-tailed bats, common in the southwestern United States, were chosen. They were small, agile, and readily available. But they were also wild animals, unpredictable and difficult to control. The scientists built special bat bombs. These were, in essence, large containers filled with thousands of hibernating bats. The bombs would be dropped from airplanes over Japanese cities. Upon release, the bombs would open, releasing their cargo of fiery flyers. When bat bombs go wrong, testing began in earnest. The results were at times promising. Bats equipped with dummy bombs were released in test areas. They successfully roosted in mock-ups of Japanese buildings, but there were also setbacks, some comical, others disastrous. During one test, a group of bats escaped from their enclosure. They promptly took up residence in the rafters of a hangar. The hangar, unfortunately, was filled with highly flammable materials. A fire erupted, quickly spreading to other buildings. The base was evacuated, and the fire caused significant damage. The incident, though embarrassing, highlighted the inherent unpredictability of the project. Bats, it turned out, were not as easily controlled as missiles or bombs. The end of the bat bomb. As the war progressed, new weapons emerged. The atomic bomb in particular overshadowed all other weapons development. Project X-ray, once a high priority, was deemed too risky and unreliable. In 1944, the project was cancelled. Millions of dollars had been spent, thousands of bats had been used, and in the end, the bat bomb never saw combat. A forgotten weapon. The story of the bat bomb is a curious footnote in the annals of World War II. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity, but also to the folly of war. It is a reminder that even the most outlandish ideas can gain traction in times of conflict. The bat bomb, though ultimately a failure, serves as a reminder of the many strange and terrible paths that were considered in the fight against tyranny. It serves as a reminder, too, of the importance of ethical considerations in warfare. The bat bomb may be gone, but its story, like the echolocation calls of a bat in the night, continues to resonate.